been building to this all season, the NBA Finals. Welcome and thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Take a look at the Knicks. This is the dream that this team and their players had at the start of the season. Now these teams get to live it.
Well, the pressure and stakes are at their greatest. Every decision and miscue is going to be analyzed and overanalyzed. You have to keep your cool and trust what got you here.
Now here's Hart. Towns for three. Gets the three to fall.
Hey, you know your center is a great shooter. When your goal is to get him a three, Towns can make those pay dividends.
Here's Champagnie. Back to Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Misses the three. And here are the Knicks. It's a three-point game. Ananobi against Vassell. Ananobi passes to Towns. A kick out to Brunson. 4-3. And again, New York with the triple.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Bridges outside. Just over a minute and a half in. Lets it go from deep. And there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist from Towns. Brunson's got 6.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
Vassell, a screen on Brunson. Brunson against Fox. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in. Now here's Wembanyama. To the inside. San Antonio moving the ball around. And the shot goes in.
Can't allow Barnes that kind of good position in the post because once he has it, it's dinner time.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Well, right away, coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, he's going to get hot. That's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire. There you have it. Sounds like coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And he gets that one.
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
Pass to Towns. Wembanyama against Robinson. Towns for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 3. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Decision-making of Barnes is really solid. Knows he has the green light to fire as soon as he catches the pass, and that's what he does.
And the Knicks with the possession here, following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. Pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. Clock at 6. Over Fox. Brunson misses.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Fires from deep. Towns with a rebound. New York has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Bridges passes to Brunson. And connects on the 9-footer. Brunson's got 8.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Knicks out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here, and 2K Sports is happy to bring it to you. With Doris Perk and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Taking a look at New York. This is it, their whole season, all their effort, all their energy to get them here, the finals.
And I'm sure the feeling in their locker room was different today. That finals atmosphere is unlike anything else. This is what it's all about.
Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Anunoby. Inside, here's Brunson. And he drops it in from the low post.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
It's good.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Wemby. Off target from outside. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Hard the pass to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Count that bucket.
Such an intelligent basketball play by Jalen Brunson. This guy understands how to get himself going in pick and roll action.
Here's Castle. Back to Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Tipped away. And now Wemby pushing it up with no one back to stop him. He gets it in there.
So fluid off the bounce. Wemby.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Brunson the pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Vassell outside. A pass to Fox. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Back to Vassell. 1:16 left to play in the first. Good D by Anunoby. Brunson the pass to Towns. Off target with his three.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Fox against Brunson. Now here's Anunoby. Guarded close. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Spurs trail by 4. Fox feeling it out a bit. Wembenyama down low. Guarded by Robinson. Wembenyama gets the bucket.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now, here's Bridges. Perk kicks to Towns. New York moving it around. Pass to Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. Down low, here's Barnes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Towns.
Well, that's called exhibiting power and quickness in the painted area. Barnes does a really good job drawing contact there.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the night right here. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Robinson a screen on Castle. From deep. He can't hit that shot. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we're back with you as these two teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standards been set.
Outside Robinson. Castle against Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Step back shot. It's hauled in by Cornette. San Antonio trailing here. Harper kicks to Barnes. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Wow, Mikal showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Barnes, and the rejection by Towns.
Love the hustle from Towns right there, boy. Engaged defensively.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Count that one. Alvarado's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. New York leading by 7. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. And Robinson throws it down.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. And 1:01 left to play here in the half.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Alvarado with it. Guarded by Fox. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Anunoby. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And it's Alvarado missing. Spurs trail by 9. To the middle. Barnes dishes to Fox. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Olynyk, a screen on Bridges. Pass to Olynyk to end the run. San Antonio again missing. And so it's New York ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the New York Knicks.
They've been locked in. I mean, locked in. They know what they want, and they know how to get it. Kind of like Shaq at the barbecue.
Say, Diesel, what's your favorite dish at a cookout?
Cereal in a bowl. At a barbecue?
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they've made it this far, game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie, this is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, that does.
Thanks. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. New York leading by 9. And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything.
And the Spurs with possession after the miss from Karl-Anthony Towns. Vassell against Anunoby. Count the basket.
And just attacking the paint. Vassell knows better than to hold back.
The Knicks shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Hart outside. Anunoby with the screen for Hart. to the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Knicks, Ocho and Iso Joe. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Anunoby. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Spurs trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wemby passes to Vassell. From outside, off the mark. And here are the Knicks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. 9. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, but the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites in offense.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by New York. Wembanyama left side, shoots over Towns. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. New York leading by 11. Perk kicks to Brunson. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Vassell, no good. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Hart the pass to Brunson. Now Hart to the inside. Towns. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Wembanyama deadly inside.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Knicks leading by 11. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And Robinson throws it down hard.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, if you fail to get a body on him, he will go to the offensive glass and make you pay.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fox, no good. And Brunson has it in the corner. Brunson down the lane. Rebound, San Antonio.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Spurs trail by 12. Vassell, the pass to Fox. There's the pick. Back to Vassell. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Vassell's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. The kick out to Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Spurs. Now, here's Fox. He's defended by Alvarado. Here's Cornette. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Cornette's got his first basket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. And didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Inside, here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
Outside, Fox. Now Vassell puts up the three. Rebounded by Anunoby.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Oh, it's good!
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So for the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. The Knicks leading by 14. Brunson scanning the floor. Fox with the rebound.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Wembenyama, a screen on Brunson. Fox. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
.153 left in the fourth quarter. Brunson from 15 feet away. It's good.
He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jump.
Yeah, and it's one thing to score on a guy, it's another to flat out torch him.
Now, here's Fox. Got it!
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
The Knicks leading by 12. Brunson outside. Outside Bridges. 6 to shoot. From outside. Can't get it to go. And so Wembenyama will bring it up for the Spurs. And stolen by Hart.
And guys, you can go ahead and put game one in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off this series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for the Knicks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
They're certainly starting the finals off on the right foot, and this will be a comfortable win for them in game one.
Yeah, this was a statement game, and what a time to make it. I'm sure it's going to get tougher for this group, but they won't be able to just run away with the championship. But tonight, they clearly established themselves as the stronger team early in this series.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Mikal Bridges.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that...
Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Now here's Fox. Nice finish on the layup.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. The three. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembenyama down low. Anunoby covering. Wembenyama with a bucket.
All too easy for Wembenyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Now here's Vassell. Pass to Wembenyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wembenyama's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Vassell against Anunoby. Pass to Fox. No good there with a step-back J. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Now here's Brunson. Guarded closely. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Brunson against Fox. Here's Wembenyama. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders, and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Back to you, Brian.
Allie, thank you. Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Castle. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Anunoby, and Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Bridges. Now here's Hart. Robinson, a screen on Fox. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. From deep, Wembenyama. Hart pulls it in. Knicks trail by 6. Outside Brunson. Hart will screen on Fox. Towns outside. 3-pointer. Victor Wembenyama grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Champagny, the pass to Fox. San Antonio moving the ball around. Wembenyama against Robinson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Harper. From downtown. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Brunson. There's the drive, and he banks in the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs out in front, leading by 4. We've got more in store for you right after this. And here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And still to this day, Jordan Clarkson can give you instant offense, Coach.
Well, Brian, he's excellent off the bounce, slashing into the lane. He's added the three-point shot. He can fill it up in a hurry, normally off the bench.
Robinson, a screen on Castle. Here's Clarkson. Here's Robinson. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Spurs lead by 5. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Castle with it. He's scoreless. He takes it in to the left wing. Harper passes to Barnes. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. He's checked in for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Harper. Towns, he's checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Knicks trail by 8. Alvarado, the pass to Towns. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Back to Alvarado. Towns against Barnes. And rejected. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. And a switch here also for New York. Brunson is checked in for Alvarado. San Antonio leading by 8. Fox finds Barnes. Robinson against Wembanyama. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little three happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Well, Towns is a great outside shooter, but I prefer it when he goes to work inside.
Barnes with a screen on Anunoby. Vassell outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. They trail by 6. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Spurs lead by 3. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Out of bounds, it'll be New York's ball.
Knicks ball.
New York making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in.
Number 5, Jose Alvarado.
1:03 left to play in the first half. Brunson passes to Towns. New York working the ball around now. Brunson looks it over. Rebounded by Fox.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Outside Barnes. Outside Wembanyama. And once again off the mark by San Antonio. Knicks trail by 3. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And here's Fox. Vassell outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Spurs. They lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they've made it this far. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie, this is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, that does.
Thanks. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. Here's Brunson. Bridges outside. Anunoby finds Hart. No good from outside. Spurs lead by 4. Castle outside. Misses the step-back jumper.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Hart passes to Brunson. Towns on a screen. Takes the 3. Vassell with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A. He just seems more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
And it's Fox missing. Knicks trail by 4. Now here's Bridges. Nice D from Vassell. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Fox against Brunson. Pass to Castle. And there's a pick. Driving inside. 4 on the clock. Champagne's shot is off. For New York, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Hart with a screen on Castle to the middle. And Hart with a basket on the assist from Anunoby.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Fox, the pass to Champagnie. Back to Fox. 1:52 left in the third. Pulls it. San Antonio again can't hit. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Brunson outside. Rebounded by Champagnie.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Brunson against Fox. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Here's the floater. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight to the paint. It's stolen by Wemby. It's Vassell with the drive. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges passes to Towns. Over Wemby. He nails it. And we're tied.
Assisted by Mikal Bridges.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting just 35% from the floor. And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. With some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Champagnie. Keldon Johnson comes in for Vassell. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Sohan comes in for Hart. And Clarkson subbed in for Anunoby. So it's San Antonio now. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Castle against Clarkson. Wembanyama, screen on Clarkson. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson with a steal. Bridges passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Castle misses. Outside Brunson. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. New York out in front, up by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fox deciding where to go with it. From 12 feet. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Alvarado. Vassell against Anunoby. Shoots over Vassell. Alvarado outside. Takes a three. Drills it from deep. Alvarado's got his first 3 points of the game.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Fox outside. Out left to the wing. From deep, Harper. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Clarkson. Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
Well, Clarkson's one of those guards who's really good working on the inside.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with now.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
A different look for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Champagnie comes in for Barnes. And Stephon Castles subbed in for Harper. New York also changing it up. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He seemed pleased with his team's performance, saying, quote, "We're on track. We're doing everything right. Keep it tight out there. And let's take back the lead in this series." Back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. Spurs trail by 7. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
On the wing, Vassell. Anunoby covering. Misses the three.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Brunson. Clarkson outside. Now Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Hart fires. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now Fox. Wembanyama. Screen on Brunson. Fox. Wembanyama. It's gone. What a day.
I love watching Fox distribute the ball, knowing it's part of his role to involve his teammates.
Brunson against Fox. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Wembanyama screen. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Brunson against Fox. Now Towns. We've got 1:13 left in the final quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hart. Fox there for the rebound.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Outside Anunoby. 41 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside Brunson. Clarkson outside.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Perk with a rebound. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in game one.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Al.
One thing to watch tonight, RJ, both these teams are great passing the ball. They really rack up the assists.
These are the type of teams you want to play for, because you know what? If you pass it, the ball will find you again.
Now, here's Fox. Shoots over Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Anunoby against Vassell. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Here's San Antonio now. A pass to Fox. Now, here's Vassell. In the corner, it's Wemby. Clock at 6. Fires the three. Hands it from downtown.
Sometimes you watch Wemby and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Now, here's Anunoby. To Brunson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Well, I had a chance to talk to head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Kevin, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Bucket is good. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
This is the thing about Fox. He has the length to do damage on the inside.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Spurs with some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Then for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson comes in for OG Anunoby, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mikal Bridges. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
Wemby, a screen on Brunson. Down low. And it's Wemby with the jam.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Knicks trail by 3. 56 seconds left in the first. Clarkson finds Brunson. Wemby against Robinson. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Wemby, a screen on Hart. It's deflected. And Wemby throws it down.
And we talk about how Wemby makes the wow plays. Wow.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Robinson. Hart outside. Misses the 3. Spurs leading by 5. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Pass to Brunson. The layup off target. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Castle. Hasn't made one yet.
That's just textbook. Castle understands when to deliver the ball off that screen.
Now, Alvarado. Clarkson looking for an opening. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And sometimes we forget about Clarkson's vertical. He's more than happy to remind us on those throwdowns.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Vassell, he's checked in for the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Harper. Towns, he's checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Cornette kicks to Barnes. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Alvarado with it. No scoring in this one. Right side Towns. 4 on the shot clock. Not as good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Alvarado. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
And here are the Knicks now, following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox. Back to Alvarado. There's a good screen. Fox with the steal. Here's the break. Towns with the steal. Bridges against Castle. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Robinson. He gets that one. Robinson's got his second bucket tonight.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Fox passes to Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his third assist on the night.
He's a dangerous shooter from deep. Barnes can hit some big shots out there. Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Barnes outside. Vassell sets a screen for Barnes. There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Anunoby passes to Alvarado. Here's Bridges, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Good to see Bridges working the inside area. Makes the defense work much harder when he's doing that.
Fox looking it over. From the stripe. That one wide left. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Spurs lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they've made it this far, game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie, this is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, it does.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Back over to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Anunoby has the open look for the tie, and Towns lays it in. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
How about the work ethic there of Towns? He's great at positioning himself on the glass and just outworking the opponent.
Back to Fox. Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Outside, Towns. Another miss by Towns. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Castle with the bounce pass. Spurs passing it around. The three nailed from three-point land. Castle's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Wembenyama. And here is Fox. Back to Wembenyama. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembenyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembenyama attacking with authority inside.
Knicks trail by 3. Brunson the pass to Hart. Anunoby kicks to Bridget. Downs in the corner. It's Hart on the wing. Brunson outside. Over Fox. Wembenyama with the rebound. Wembenyama's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Hart. Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. The Spurs shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
First team foul. At the line for San Antonio, Champagne taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Spurs making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Brunson. Fox with the steal. Nobody near Barnes. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Here's Towns. Shot clock at 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The free throw drops for Towns. A different look for New York. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. And Towns drops them both.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Harper with a screen on Clarkson. Barnes finds Castle, and he slams it one-handed.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Castle against Clarkson. Robinson, a screen on Castle. To the middle. And the dunk by Robinson.
And look at that work inside. Recognized the mismatch and took advantage.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Spurs out in front, up 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist to the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Outside, Fox. Shoots over Alvarado. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Knicks trail by 3. Pass to Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. Brunson against Harper. Clarkson right side. Towns sets the pick for Clarkson. To tie it up. Sinks the triple. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intense. Teams changing it up here. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Wembanyama, a screen. Now Fox. 5 to shoot. Now Castle. Cassell. Missed on the 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
Cassell. The 3 is off. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Fox. Now Vassell. Outside Fox. Down it goes for 3.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Brunson up top. Guarded by Fox. Here's Bridges. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. Now Towns. Good! Lays it right in there.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Now Castle. Fox fires. Buries the jumper.
What energy from Fox when they're up against it, proving he's ready to be that guy.
Fox against Brunson. The 11-footer. Rebounded by Vassell. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Fox. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there. Josh Hart knocks down the 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Against Brunson. Outside Fox. Brunson there for the rebound. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Kevin Vassell. First personal foul. First team foul.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Team foul. Jalen Brunson. 2 shots.
That's the first, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Fox with it, now guarded by Towns.
And this is the trust that Fox's teammates have in him. What a shot right there.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Taking 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Vassell's shot is good.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on him, too.
Brunson finds Hart. Back to Brunson. The 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And Wembanyama has the ball here for San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. Here's Fox. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Wembanyama pass to Fox. Vassell against Anunoby. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside Hart. Outside Anunoby. Three-pointer, Bridges. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Brunson against Fox. Over Brunson. Fox can't get that one to fall.
Operating from mid-range, that's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Inside. Out to Bridges. Brunson against Fox. Shot from the mid-range. Brunson misses. For San Antonio, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. San Antonio moving the ball around. San Antonio again can't hit. For New York, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Towns a screen on Castle. Castle against Brunson to stop the drought. And he sinks the layup.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
We've got 1:13 left now in the first quarter. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, B.A., building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Comes in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Castle. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Barnes. Wembanyama down low, working on Robinson. Wembanyama's shot is good.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Brunson against Fox. Brunson passes to Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
I do not think you can overstate Towns' range. I mean, he takes a tough shot there and makes it look easy.
Out to the right wing. Outside Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Outside Barnes. From the elbow. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And Hart throws it down.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Here's Fox. And that one drops. Fox has got his second basket.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. San Antonio on top. They lead by a bucket. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And the energy is palpable in this arena. Welcome back to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Man, that one's good. Clarkson.
Fighting his way inside. Clarkson shows good body control.
San Antonio with the ball. Castle outside. Down low. Robinson with a steal. Alvarado outside. Pass to Clarkson. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
It's Barnes on the wing. No points so far.
Yeah, it's quite nice to see Barnes getting physical inside. You know, does a really good job sensing and feeling the contact coming and then going right into it, not shying away from it.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. He's checked in for San Antonio. Fox comes in for Harper. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. That free throw good from Barnes.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
Both free throws good from Barnes. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Alvarado outside. New York working the ball around now. Rebound San Antonio. The three from Barnes. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him the run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside. How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Anunoby passes to Towns. Robinson, a screen on Barnes. To the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
San Antonio leading. Pass to Castle. We've got 1:28 left in the second. Fox makes his move inside and scores.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome, getting good positioning close to the basket.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Spurs with some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette, and it's Harper in for Castle. New York also changing it up. Shamet, he's checked in for Robinson. Clarkson comes in for Bridges, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Here's Shamet. He's guarded by Vassell. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Shamet. Kicks it out Towns. Now Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Harper. And it's Clarkson missing. San Antonio leading by 4. Barnes with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. And here's Fox. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Yeah, I love how Fox uses that wiry frame of his. He's eel-like in his ability to get to spots he wants to get to. He's always under control despite playing at a high rate of speed.
Now here's Brunson. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seems like a gimme.
And it's powered home by Towns.
The 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low.
Vassell outside. 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Vassell's got 5.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Towns a screen on Fox. Here's Brunson. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
And thank you for joining us. 2 quarters in the books and a Game 1 deficit for the New York Knicks.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They're just letting scorers go by.
Ole, ole, ole. And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they've made it this far, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie? This is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, it does.
Thanks. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And time for us to get back into it here in game one. Well, without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Knicks trail by 6. Brunson passes to Towns. Shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, I like the way Towns plays such a physical style. It's tough on the officials, but the fact that he doesn't mind initiating contact gets him to the strike.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
One of the things I love about Towns is how versatile he is. He's a big guy who continues to be a matchup nightmare for defenses.
And he's good on the second. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Leading by 5. Anunoby against Vassell. Clock. From behind the arc. That shot, no good. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks trail by 5. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. Easy work inside for Towns.
We know Towns is an excellent perimeter shooter, but I like seeing him assert himself inside, too.
Brunson against Fox, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Yeah, he tried to go with it before he caught it. Took his eyes off of it. You can't have that at this point in the game.
And New York has possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Shoots from the right block. Here's Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
San Antonio moving the ball around. Baseline jumper, and he knocks the jumper down. And it's 7 points for Devin Vassell.
And Vassell can get that shot anytime he wants.
Pass to Anunoby. Towns outside. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Fox for 3. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Man, he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Outside Hart. Here's the 3. He drops it from range. Hart's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Wembanyama. Now here's Vassell. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's Bridges. Deflected. To the paint. Lets it fly. And there's Fox on the assist from Wembanyama. Fox has got 5 points now this quarter.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Right wing. Towns taking his time here. Back to Brunson. Towns the screen on Fox. And here's Brunson from the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Oh, ferocious on the attack. Once Wemby gets into the lane, the defense is done.
Brunson against Fox. Towns a screen on Fox. Launches a three, and we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Spurs leading by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Now here's Fox. Pass to Cornet. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Here's Vassell. And the layup is good off the glass.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Towns. The 3 is up. Rebound by San Antonio. Fox deciding where to go with it. Wow, physical D, but Fox prevails.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Towns. Oh, the stuff.
Towns can carry your offense in a way most guys can't. We've seen this movie before.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Different look for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornet. Champagnie comes in for Barnes. And Stephon Castles subbed in for Harper. New York also changing it up. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He loves their effort tonight. He said, quote, "This is how we wanted to come into this. Looking to push the action, dictating the tempo. We are where we need to be to even things up." Of course, he's talking about the season series. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And the Knicks with the possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Brunson. Brunson inside with the finish.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Fox against Brunson. Here's Castle. Left loose for 3. Rebounded by Towns.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Castle. After the basket by New York on the other end. He launches. And it'll be there for the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. Left side, Brunson. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Fox. Look at Fox taking on all comers.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Against Brunson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Oh, and Fox with the block. Outside Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wembanyama, screen on Anunoby. Shoots a 3. Hart with a rebound. Now the Knicks with it. 7-point differential. Brunson against Fox. Tries it from 16. It's off. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. So it's San Antonio with the W. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.
Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this. You're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Now here's Brunson to the inside. Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Go, lad.
moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. And Victor Wembanyama gets the three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. The coach had nothing but praise for Jalen Brunson, and he said he spent a lot of time watching Jalen. His words were, it's not easy for a player his size to dominate like he does. It speaks to his drive and his ability to outthink his opponents. Coach holds Brunson in high regard. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Brunson against Fox. Shoots the three. And it's Brunson missing. The Spurs have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Here's Brunson. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama. How do we ever knock away that?
Pass to Vassell. Castle with the bounce pass. Here's Fox. Just 5 to shoot. Teardrop shot. Rebounded by Hart. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Towns with the bucket.
Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Look now for San Antonio. Barnes comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Fox. And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Towns. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Towns has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
Outside Harper. Now Wembanyama. Guarded by Robinson. Robinson with the block. Now here's Hart. Tight defense on him.
Clark leaving no doubt with that finish, folks.
Spurs trail by 5. Fox passes to Barnes. Spurs working the ball around now. Wembanyama, a screen on Brunson to stop the run. San Antonio again missing. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Good work defensively by Fox. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks out front, leading by 5. And will return shortly. And we're back with you as these two teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
It's rebounded by New York. And the Knicks, Doris, making some aggressive moves in recent years, loading up for a title run, and they came close.
And Kevin, this after years of patience and methodical building. You give away 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, and of course you give away Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to get Karl Anthony Towns. They haven't quite reached the summit, will they?
Now, here's Johnson. Jordan Clarkson missing his last shot. Right side, Harper. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Nobody near Barnes. Drops in the tray. Barnes has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for San Antonio. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
The Spurs with some changes. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Fox in for Harper. Towns, he's checked in for the Knicks. OG Anunoby comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Alvarado. Now Bridges. Towns down low. Barnes on him. Now here's Vassell. Here's Fox. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Knicks with the lead. Alvarado passes to Robinson. And here is Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Castle. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Fox passes to Barnes. Here's Fournette, guarded by Robinson. Outside, Fox. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by Vassell.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now, here's Bridges. Still scoreless. New York needs to get off a shot. Towns. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, under duress of the shot clock, Towns calm, delivers, beautifully done.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Spurs with some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Barnes. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. And then for New York, Landry Shamet's checked in for Robinson. Miles McBride comes in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. And the Spurs with some changes. Champagne's checked in. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. And then for New York, Josh Hart comes in for Landry Shamet. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride. Now, here's Fox. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Spurs. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Pass to Brunson. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Anunoby outside. And the 3 off target. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And it's Vassell in the corner. San Antonio again missing. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the New York Knicks.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they've made it this far, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie, this is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, it does.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
San Antonio trailing here. Fox feeling it out a bit. Inside, here's Wembenyama. And it's Wembenyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembenyama hammering that one home.
Bridges outside. Pass to Town. No good on the triple.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
To the paint, Bridges with the steal. Down low. And another shot. Misses the layup. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Castle with it. He has yet to score. Pass to Wembenyama. 6 to shoot. Vassell outside. Unloads. With 1 on the clock. And Wembenyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wemby makes the wow plays. Wow.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To Brunson. Fox with the steal. To the paint. And stolen by Anunoby. Brunson outside. They get a hand on it. Fox with the steal. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. To the inside. Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got his third assist on the night. Knicks trail by 5. Brunson outside. They could use a bucket. Brunson being aggressive.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Checked in for Vassell. And New York with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama high post. Over Robinson. Wembanyama, no good. Knicks trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Towns. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Castle on the wing. Three-pointer, Fox. It's rebounded by New York. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Mitchell Robinson. San Antonio shooting their first free throws here tonight.
At the line for San Antonio, Champagne taking 2 shots.
First one falls for Harper. He's checked in for San Antonio. And then for New York, Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Towns. And it's Clarkson in for Josh Hart. So he gets them both.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Harper against Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Back to Bridges. Out to Clarkson. 2 on the clock. Over Castle. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Spurs leading by 3. Wembanyama passes to Champagne. Castle against Clarkson. Here's Castle. Shoots over Clarkson. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Spurs leading by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist.
The
definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Alvarado, guarded by Fox. Clarkson for three. And it's Harper with the rebound. The Spurs shooting not great, 40% for the game. Vassell, the pass to Barnes. Here's Fox. Ball moved by San Antonio. Pass to Vassell. They set the pick. Back to Harper. A three. Some solid defense from Clarkson. Knicks trail by three. Inside, here's Towns. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
This is where you have to keep feeding Karl Anthony Towns. He's in an incredible rhythm. He's already got huge numbers. Keep feeding the big man.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Vassell. Pulls it from 20. Robinson there for the rebound. The Knicks shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Alvarado. Guarded by Fox to take the lead. And it's off. The Spurs shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively.
A blur. I mean, Fox obviously skilled at breaking down the defense, coupled with his athleticism and size. Boy, he is a terror.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Both teams will make substitutions. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team, and Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Brunson against Fox. Now Towns, outside Brunson. Brunson muscles through the contact.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big time shot.
He ties it up.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
With the step back, Fox punts him there for the rebound. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Castle cleared away by Hart. Now Brunson. The rejection by Wemby. Here's Fox. Now Wemby. Let's lose a three. And it doesn't go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Towns got it to go off the glass.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Vassell, nice use of the glass on the finish.
That is a big-time shot from Vassell. This guy is a gamer.
And here are the Knicks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Now time. A quick pass leads him right to the rack.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns, well made for pressure situations?
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's Fox with the drive.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Brunson against Fox. Now here's Brunson. Towns outside. It's good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Fox. He's off from 3. So a close game sees New York take this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.